to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying right fucking now, because what the fuck do you mean that I'm not gonna get my fucking SNAP benefits?
Are you serious right now, bro?
What the do you mean? Because what the happened? Do you understand that there are people like me who cannot work? Do you understand there are people like me who have kids who cannot eat? Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat? Because SNAP benefits is all we get? I need somebody to please tell me he's lying. I can't. What the am I gonna do? Oh.
This is exactly the problem. SNAP benefits were created to help people who are genuinely struggling, not to fund a lifestyle. Yet some women treat it like a permanent safety net, having kids and relying on government handouts while fully able-bodied. It's a system meant for survival, not entitlement, and turning it into a free pass to avoid responsibility undermines the people who truly need it. This kind of behavior is selfish, short-sighted, and it's exactly why society grows frustrated with dependency disguised as necessity.
I'm getting ready to head into Walmart and get what groceries I can get for the week. But before I go in, I just wanted to throw this out there for those of you who have been on this app complaining about not being able to get specific items now due to the changes with the SNAP program. I work 6 days a week. I support my family on a single income. So there are some weeks that I do good to keep a meal on the table for each day of the week. But yet I'm not eligible for benefits. And if I were, I would be grateful to have a meal for my family. So while it might not always be what they like or what you would like to get them or what's easy for you in the moment, be grateful that there's a program that is there and helping you, because not all people are eligible for that program. And the ones who work 6 days a week and are barely keeping a meal on their table are the ones that are paying into that program. So when you get on this app and you start crying because you can't have specific things, it tends to rub us the wrong way. We tend to no longer want to help.
This is a lesson so many need to hear. Too often, people treat programs like SNAP as an entitlement rather than a lifeline for those truly struggling. The reality is, hard-working individuals are paying into these systems while others treat them like a convenience or luxury. Her perspective, grateful for what you have, making do, and understanding the bigger picture, is exactly what more people need to adopt. It's about responsibility, humility, and recognizing that support exists for necessity, not comfort. The entitlement and whining we see all too often need to be called out, and her approach is the perfect example.
If you are receiving SNAP benefits, it has just been announced that you will not be able to buy any more sodas, any more candies. Listen to this.
Since my confirmation, our department has encouraged states to think differently and creatively about how to solve the many health issues facing Americans. One way is by not allowing taxpayer-funded benefits to be used to purchase unhealthy items like soda, candy, and other junk food. The number one purchase by SNAP recipients is sugary drinks. SNAP is a supplemental nutrition program meant to provide health food benefits to low-income families to supplement their grocery budget so they can afford the nutritious food essential to health and well-being. That is the stated purpose of the SNAP program.
Amen.
The law states it, and President Trump's USDA plans to deliver on it alongside our partners at HHS.
Just a fair warning, you will be bombarded with videos on TikTok with them losing their mind over the fact that they can't buy sodas and candies.
Damn right we are. If you truly need the benefits, why waste them on soda and candy? SNAP is meant to supplement groceries, to help low-income families afford nutritious food, not fund entitlement or sugar addictions. Yet so many treat it like a personal allowance for junk, showing just how disconnected and entitled some women are. This isn't just about money. It's about responsibility, common sense, and health. Restricting these purchases isn't punishment, it's correction. And honestly, it should have been this way from the start. Too many take taxpayer money for granted, and it's high time they face the reality.
So, beginning early 2026, you will not be able to buy junk food, sodas, energy drinks with your SNAP benefits for the following states: Florida, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado, West Virginia, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska, and Utah. Mind you, they're trying to make this all 50 states, that the government dictates what you buy with your SNAP benefits that you qualify for.
This is exactly how it should be. SNAP benefits are meant to provide essential nutrition, not a free pass to buy junk food and energy drinks. If the government is stepping in to ensure these funds are spent on real healthy food, it's a win for families and public health. Too many people treat taxpayer money like an entitlement, and putting these limits in place forces responsibility and common sense. Nutrition is the priority, not soda and candy binges, and this is a step in the right direction.
Okay, so I know you saw on TikTok or in the news about what they snuck into the bill with single women, single mothers will not be able to claim children after the age of 7 on their SNAP benefits. Can you imagine an 8-year-old goes starving? But married women, because married women have there's 2 grown ass folks in that house who are working, but they get to keep their SNAP benefits with children over 7. But the single mothers with 1 grown ass adult, they have that. What does that sound like? That sounds like Project 2025. That sounds like Project 2025. And to put that a cherry on top, married women don't have to adhere to the work requirements that they are going to have for these single mothers. Because guess what? In Project 2025, they talked about paying women to stay home and subsidize women who stayed home with their children so you didn't put them in daycare. It was in fucking Project 2025. So all the MAGA single moms, I don't know what to tell you.
The rules aren't hitting married women the same way because families with children are actually contributing to society, raising kids, and providing emotional stability. Single women on benefits can blow money on nails, drinks, and luxuries with zero accountability. But a family working hard to feed and nurture their children isn't being penalized. SNAP and similar programs are meant to support households that are building and sustaining the next generation, not funding a lifestyle for single adults with able bodies who refuse to work. It's about prioritizing real value over entitlement.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but ain't stealing food stamps a government crime? Like federal crime? Like you can get federal time for that? That is government benefits. Like y'all can't just be teaching people how to do that type of stuff. Snagging people's stuff off their cards, leaving families hungry. That is crazy to me, and that is pathetic to me. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop. Life is already hard. The world is already in shambles, and people are already going through enough stuff than to be worried about somebody hacking their stuff. Cut it out.
Exactly. This right here is the reason SNAP restrictions are tightening. People exploiting the system, hacking cards, and stealing benefits from families who actually need them is blatant abuse. When a few bad actors turn a program meant to feed the underprivileged into a playground for fraud, the government has no choice but to clamp down. It punishes the entitled and irresponsible, but also makes life harder for the genuinely struggling. Proof that foul play is why reforms are necessary.
This is for all the SNAP recipients who are coming here on social media bitching and moaning and complaining about these new restrictions. This is what I have to say to y'all. If you don't like it, get your lazy ass off the benefits, get yourself a job, and then you'll be able to spend on any food that you want. Okay? Because that's your money. If you are getting stuff for free, you have no business bitching and moaning and complaining. And let's face it, a lot of y'all spoilt it and fucked it up for the rest of everybody because you come on social media, you're gloating, flexing about how much you're getting and how you're spending people's money and all this, that, and the other, and you brought attention onto yourselves. This is why now they're clamping down on food stamps, because they're seeing that people are abusing the system. So you have no business complaining. You really don't. If you want your favorite type of foods, you want to spend it on junk food and snacks and all this stuff, get yourself a job and make your own money, and then you can spend on whatever you want. And this is from a former recipient. I used to be on food stamps back in the day. I've not been on food stamp for years, and let me tell you something, I do not miss being on that program. I love being able to purchase my own food and buy what the heck I want, than having food stamp office, being nosy, wanting to know what I do, how much I'm making. They want to know everything and they want to pry. I don't like to be in control. People to control me. I want to be able to control my own narrative. That's why I got off that program, because I didn't need it, and it gave me a push for me to do my own thing. So no, I don't miss being on food stamps, and I could care less, quite frankly.
Exactly. This is the kind of message that needs to be preached. Stop whining about government benefits like they're some personal entitlement, and take responsibility for your life. SNAP is meant to help those truly in need, not to fund junk food binges or a lifestyle of laziness. Get a job, earn your own money, control your own life, is the lesson so many need to hear. Accountability and independence should be the standard, not social media pity parties. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.